I wonder if this is working. People have been wondering, many people have been wondering, is this channel, has it died? Has it fallen by the wayside and shriveled up into a lump? The answer is yes, it has. But it may not last forever. There may be a redemption for the channel one day. For now, though, it's looking a bit rough. It's on life support. We've shoved it into a cryostasis chamber, and we're just going to leave it be because I'm preoccupied in my life, and I'm in a kind of pit of despair. I'm just like sitting in this chair with my shoulders all hunched and sore, stress eating, and trying to write my master's, and it's just very, very daunting. I mean, there's a sense in which maybe it's going okay. I've still got quite a few months of time left to go, but it's a sort of terrifyingly large thing to try to tackle, and there's a part of me that thinks I should just sit down and do it and not distract myself at all. That leads to deleterious consequences such as extreme physical pain, extreme mental anguish, and a failure to actually do any work and just kind of stare at the page. So I figure, why not return to this hobby of mine and make a video. Now, the other factor that's influencing it is that I have come off a medication, an antidepressant, and that's an interesting experience because, first of all, it makes you feel really glum, and second of all, it makes you think that maybe this whole thing, this whole YouTube channel, this parasitoid pod business was a kind of fever dream of a me in a strange state. I don't know if that's true, but there's some background lore. Anyway, I've got this game Disco Elysium. Hear lots of good things about it. There's a good Noah Caldwell-Gervais video essay about it, which I would highly recommend. I haven't played it. I don't know what we're getting into. I think maybe it's going to have... It's like an RPG, but it's going to get to know me or something. I don't know. I should put sound on. And, oh god, audio level. This could go horribly. I have access to an audio dial. I've got streamer mode on, so I shouldn't get taken down for copyrighted for replaying copyrighted material. But the audio is probably going to be unbearable because I don't know how to manage it. Oh, okay. But let's just get into it. So, as far as I understand, this is an RPG, which is good. I'm going to be looking out for things like EVs and IVs, maybe typing, and Pokemon-related stats, but I'm not expecting to find them too readily. We have a series of classes, the thinker, the sensitive, and the physical, but I'm going to click create my own and see what happens. Okay, so much like how in Pokemon we have physical and special attack, in this game we have intellect and physique. Now, let's see here. If we just put everything down to 1. Okay, so we can have terrible intellect, terrible psyche, terrible physique, and terrible motorics. Or we can put up to 8 points into these to a maximum of 6. Now, 6 seems pretty dodgy because we get 3 points to distribute. But let's just go by how I feel. Right now, I feel like my psyche is 1, my physique is 1, my intellect. Well, it's a bit of a egotistical thing to claim my intellect is genius. Do they each have a different genius? I don't know if there's much value in total min-maxing. I mean, is that compelling? If emotional intelligence is going to give us, I presume, dialogue choices, I presume physique is some kind of physical thing. I don't think I care about physique. Maybe I care about motorics. And then we've got this trade-off between intellect and psyche. Now, dialogue choices are quite nice. But this is kind of the state that I'm in right now. This is the state I want to be in. What I'm trying to do in my life is dump all of my other stats and just max out intellect. Now, I might not be succeeding as much as this poor fellow that we're creating is. I'm not sure my intellect is at a 6. But I definitely feel like my physique is at a 1. And maybe my... Well, I think I'm going to go with this. We may get absolutely ruined. I don't know what any of these stats do in the game. But, you know, let's find out. I'm going to try to sort of experience what it's like to have an intellect of 6 so that when I return to my thesis writing, I can kind of embody this man that we're making. Ooh, okay. Logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric. Ah, okay, we can probably find out a bit more about what these stats actually do. Set signature. Logic. Deduce the world. That sounds cool for analysts, pure rationalists, and logicians. Logic urges you to analyze the living daylights out of the case. Detect instances, oppress everyone with astounding conclusions. See, there's a sense of me, there's a sense in which I feel like I want it to be harder to solve puzzles. I feel like if it's really easy to solve puzzles, we might actually be in danger. Oh, don't put that on that screen. Put that over here. I don't think there's any personal information I need to redact. I've received a Discord message. Yes, thank you. I hope the stream goes well too. I wouldn't worry about it going well though. It's more just a way for me to kind of flail into the void. Forensic scientists. Okay, so what does physics give me? Human batteries. Am I really gonna have 1 in physique? That sounds so bad. It sounds... Ooh, my pain threshold is low. Drugs, can't take him. Threatened before? No, we're not gonna do any of those. This stuff seems somewhat important. Average. Okay. Yeah. No. We're going with this. I'm definitely a read everything in every menu kind of gamer, which may not be the most compelling viewer experience. I would like to be so absorbed by my mind diorama that I don't notice as crooks. Steal my pants. Not the role of cop, but of art cop. It enables me to make fresh associations, to delve into world concepts from John Cup's postmodernist carpety. Okay, that sounds a bit intense. Okay, we definitely want one of these. Rhetoric. Oh god, that sounds insufferable. Good for ideologues and conversationalists. Ah yes, this is the debater move. Encyclopedia. Empathy, authority. Why live life when you can throw yourself into a live volcano? Do I need this? I don't think I need visual calculus. Drama. Thespians and psychopaths. I mean, that doesn't sound so bad. Prone to hysterics and bouts of paranoia, maybe? I kind of feel like I want to either be maximally encyclopedic or maximally conceptual. Both of those sound unbearable as character traits, but kind of compelling in the light of my need for basically those two things in my real life. Let's see if being... Oh... Psychedelic fanciers and critics. Wow. There's a lot of good options here. Forensic scientists, math-minded people. I kind of want to see what happens if I just go insane conceptualization. This must be absolutely terrible. Understand creativity, see art in the world. That must be so bad. Call upon all my knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Deduce the world. He'll be very proud and susceptible to intellectual flattery. I want maximal conceptualization. I know that is going to be ruinous, but it sounds weird. Okay, let's see what happens. This may be unwinnable, I don't know. I'm sure that is not the ideally min-maxed stat spread. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial.
Oh, that's pretty loud. Turn that down a
You're
bit.
conscious from infinity. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
That sounds good.
Ever.
That sounds wonderful.
Never. Ever.
I see. And so we come to the age-old philosophical question. Do I simply keep on non-existing? To be honest, it sounds a bit compelling to just bask in the primordial blackness. I'm just going to keep on non-existing for a while.
Void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
That's good. That there's no ex-wives in my ancient reptilian primordial blackness. I think I want some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
Thank you, my dear ancient reptilian brain. Let's get some more sweet oblivion, please.
Smooth passage.
I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. I suppose we ought to leave the infinite primordial blackness and take some step into the waking world.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Right. Nothing down to fuck all borough.
Okay. This is a very interesting experience. Would I like a return trip to the silence, or a visit to the ancient Zero home?
Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
No, I probably need to belittle myself instead.
Really?
Yeah, I think I do, actually.
Like it if I told you what was
Oh my god, my limbic system is talking to me.
bludgeon yourself into oblivion?
Not the limbic system.
Do not sense yourself marinating. Pour so much on yourself, or to be carried away.
I suppose limbic system. I did get a little bit carried away.
That apprehension, you should ask what's out there first.
What is going on? Tell me, what's waiting for me? Ooh, this evil ape duking it out on the ball. Okay, this is very conceptual. So we have. So I am an evil ape.
Basically, all just evil apes juking it out on a giant
That checks out. I think then we ought to ask, how small are the apes? Oh, they're very small. Oh, that's worrying. Okay, and the only other question to ask is how large is the ball? And this juking it out I hear about. What is that?
for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere.
Yeah, I see.
Presentation you want to take home with you is this.
Right, of course. The other evil apes are the problem. And as an evil ape myself, it is worth confronting the other evil apes, because in the pursuit of evilness and apehood, it's really a might makes right scenario.
Somewhere in the soul bloated man-meat around you.
A sensation. Well, that sounds compelling after all this infinite nothingness.
Stakes to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified
Ah, yes, of course. We're firing up again. Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck, and I'm in it.
from your mom. Annoyed it.
Wow. I am understanding that I, as a human, do not have 7 points in conceptualism. But it is an important question to ask of my limbic system. What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice.
Ooh, okay. We've succeeded in an encyclopedia role to know that what we've got going on is a motor carriage outside, which is of course driven by a very, very small ape traversing a very, very large world. This looks like a nice home. This is quite relatable. Ooh, okay. Do we have a cool? We have a sort of interesting self-portrait. We have health and morale. Cool. We have some grayed out options. I will take those. Those look helpful. It's good that they're flare cut. And so yeah, while I'm doing this, I should think about my thesis. Right now, I'm just really struggling.
Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Oh ho ho, my perception is tingling. I'm really struggling with writing this first bit about ecological monitoring, and I am kind of struggling with this conceptual idea of how to convey in a reasonable amount of comprehensible words what an ecosystem is, and whether that's something I need to
Whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring.
talk
There's a
about.
single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
That sounds good.
Whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Okay. We have a key to some place that sounds pretty great. We see bottles in the bathtub. So it seems like we've been living an all-around rather wholesome life. This is going to give me more conceptualization. Whoa. That sounds... Am I at 8? Oh my goodness, that sounds like I'm a danger to myself, frankly. But we're gonna keep walking around this kind of strange conceptual landscape. We're gonna enjoy that bottle of Commodore Red and this reel-to-reel tape player. And venture into the unknown. Thylacos by Pisantique. Okie doke. There is something on the table. Okay, so... Oh, no. We're going to explore everything. So I don't really know. I think there's some mystery I have to solve, but I'm kind of battling my inner demons. The year is 51.
Hello, officer.
Good afternoon. I am hoping that this will inspire Trompe le Monde, like the Pixies album. It's the Palace of the Brain. Okay, interesting. A big old karaoke mic. Seasoned with static. That's kind of how my brain feels at the moment. So that's quite effective. Good afternoon, Strange.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird.
Ooh.
As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance.
Can I have a look at the seabird, please? There's a large seabird.
That was disdain in his eyes. Even
Uh-oh.
now, purposely ignoring
He has disdain for me. I want to look at the stuffed bird.
work of taxidermy.
A white and brown seabird.
Lies among piles of coasters and
Oh.
tires. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
I feel like trying to mend taxidermy would be quite unnerving. I'm a bit unnerved by taxidermy. I kind of respect it. It's interesting to see an animal in a kind of lifelike state, but also it's kind of like puppeteering corpses, which is
Looks like
kind of innately unnerving.
that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall.
Okay, interesting. We've got some kind of seabird-related crime here.
This is the great skua. The seabird
Oh.
is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindia di Sola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Okay, the skua is this bird. Symbol for the discovery of this part of the world. Presumably by someone else. Now, of course, what we're interested in is not what's going on in this person's life, what they're doing. We're interested in the fact of the matter, which is...
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
Tends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Do we want to start a fight with this man? Can I...
A competent work of tech looks like the bird. This is the great skua. The seabird is the
Yes, I would like to ask more about the bird.
Look, your buddy. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not.
Okay. This man is not interested in talking to me, which is a shame because I'm very interested in the state of his skua. But, alas, I don't think he's going to divulge that information because I'm very weak and frail. I'm pretty lacking in dexterity, and my social cues are average at best. Can I get in here? No.
The young woman raises a silver jumpsuit, falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Okay, I don't feel the need to start any major conflicts with these minor characters because I'm kind of a self-absorbed, self-obsessed maniac, and these people are too kind of tangible and flesh-based for my 8 points in... What is it? For my 8 points in conceptualization. Now what I'm trying to do is conceive of ecosystems. Ooh, a green shoe for my right foot. Now that's fashion. Okay, so then as well as the sort of ecosystem level treatment, I need to talk about the particular state of monitoring in my country, which is just a really annoying thing to write a cohesive literature review about, because it requires reading all these really long, dry government reports, which I don't mind doing, but doing en masse is causing me some despair. I must admit. But I've kind of got my outline for that, and so then I need to go into the wasps. And initially, I was going to talk about their kind of geographic distributions and then their ecology. The problem with that strategy is that I don't think you can very easily separate geography and ecology. I think that's maybe a dangerous move, because a lot of the factors that influence the geographic distribution of a species are ecological. So the reason that there's a wasp in this forest is because it fits into the ecosystem there, and it occupies a particular niche and does a particular job. And conversely, ecology is driven a lot by biogeography. So the ecosystems, especially in New Zealand where I live, the ecosystems of New Zealand are heavily influenced by geographic history. We have this very unique state of affairs where there are no native land mammals in the country, which creates these almost sort of anachronistic. Anachronistic. They feel out of time. They feel like they should exist in a different age. We have these rats running around in these ecosystems that are just not designed to support them. But I don't think you can think about either ecology or geography without reference to the other. And I don't really feel that good about separating them out in my writing. But I think it's important to address the wasps as a group more generally before I get into the particular New Zealand ones. And then getting into the particulars is tough because there's so many wasps and there's so many that we don't know about, and I don't want to just dump every piece of information that we have, because I could be writing forever. Oh, okay. We have a man. Physical instrument. I have an 8% chance of waking him up. I will not attempt that. Do I want to take his pills? I also kind of don't want to attempt that. So I will just leave and have a look at this bottle of rum. Anyway, we're going to be kind of maniacally jumping back and forth between my planning for my writing and what the heck is going on in this game.